Hey guys, welcome to Electron FX, and today we'll be treating what we call market structure 101, and on this we'll be looking at the various kinds of markets we have. It's important that when you come to your charts, you want to know if the market is going upwards or downwards, or is it consolidating or is it ranging. So this is the basics of market structure. Maybe in our next video, we'll be talking about the advanced level. That will be market structure 102. But for now, we just want to identify the 3 or 4 kinds of markets we have. For any one to trade the market effectively, you need to know the direction bias of the market, and this is known with the types of markets. Firstly, we have what we call the bullish or uptrending markets. The bullish or uptrend markets. This is the first that we have, and then we have the bearish or downtrending markets. The bearish or downtrending markets. These are the 2 basic kinds of trending markets. We have the downtrend slash bearish markets. Now let's look at the bullish markets. In a bullish market, we see price making stops like this. The market is doing stops like this. So this is what we have in an uptrending market. So the market doing this. So the market doing something like this. Then in a downtrending market, see the market doing stuff like this. This is it for a downtrending market. See the market doing stuff like this. Now in this structure, this is what you call the market, the structure of the market. This is a downtrending market. Now let us label this. This point here is called a lower high. This point here, this sharp point before the downwards movement is called a lower high. And then this spot right here, before the market goes back up, is called a lower low. That is it for a bearish market. You see the market making series of lower highs and lower lows. So this is what you should look out for in a market. You want to know, is the market bullish or is it bearish? Now, in the bullish market, the market makes what we call higher highs and higher lows. Now, this is called higher high, a higher high, and this point where the market comes down before going back up, that point is called a higher low. So in every market, you want to know if the market is making higher highs or higher lows. And higher lows. We use Richards to understand this better. So this is a higher low. This point where the market comes down. So these are the 2 basic kinds of trending markets. You see the markets going upwards, making series of higher highs and higher lows. That is what you can see to confirm that this market is actually bullish. So we want to see the market take out this low, this higher high, make a higher low, do this. Now the concept of this is because okay, let us leave that for market structure 102. Let us just identify the kinds of markets. But the concept of this is that the buyers want to take their buys at a price that's low. For instance, let's assume that at this point, This point is, let's say, 50 naira. No, this is dollars. This is $50. The bullish is a bullish market. That's why this point is $50. That's the price level. And this point below here, this point below is, let's say, $35. So normally you want to buy a, let's assume that maybe you want to shop right and you want to buy something, or maybe you go to a mall and you want to buy something. You want to buy this stuff when the price is low. You don't want to buy it when it is high. This is $50. This is 35. This is 35. This level here is 35. This is 50. So the concept of higher highs and higher lows is that in a bullish market, you want to buy when the price has come down. You don't want to buy at this high point. So you wait for the price to retrace and come lower. Then you take your buy from here and go up. So that is the concept of higher highs and higher lows. The higher lows are created for markets, for buyers to join the market and then take it to a new higher high. This is it for a bullish market. Then in the case of a bearish market, you want to sell something at a high price. You don't want to sell when the price is low. Let's use the same example. Let's assume that this is $35, and this point right here is $50. Believe me, if you are selling a product, you want to sell when the price is high. You don't want to sell it at a low price. Maybe you bought some bean cakes. You want to sell it at a very high price to make the profit. So in a down trending market, you wait for the market to form this lower high, this lower high, this lower high at $50. And then you want to sell it at a high price. You don't want to sell here when the market is low because you want to make the most out of it. So when the market is bearish, you can do that. Now let me just add something here to make it. The bearish market also calls a seller's market. It's also called a seller's market. Why this? You can call it a buyer's market, a bullish market. So that is it for the two basic kind of trendy markets. Then we have another one that is called the ranging market. The ranging market. The ranging market. Ranging market. The ranging market. Okay. This is how your ranging market looks like. You have something like this. You have a, okay, no, you have something like this. You have something like this. Okay, you have something like this. I have something like this. I have something like this. So you see the market doing something like this. You see the market going up, bouncing, going up, coming down, going up, coming down, going up, coming down. So this is a range. This is a range. The market is not making higher highs and higher lows like in this case. It's not, doesn't have a particular direction. It's just in between a box. This box, this upper box is called a resistance, and the lower box is called a support. I'm teaching that in the next class, resistance and supports. This is called a resistance. this upper point, and this lower point is called a support. This lower point is called a support. So basically, you want to know the kind of markets you're having. This is it. This is called a support. You see, this is the third kind of markets we have. You see the markets in between a box. So you take your sell from here and you buy from around there, the support. You just identify the box in which the market is bouncing in between. And then the last kind of markets we have what we call the choppy markets. We have what we call the choppy markets. Choppy markets. The choppy markets is something like this. It goes like this, comes down, goes up, comes down, goes up again, comes down, goes up, comes down, goes up. It does this. It just doesn't have a particular direction. So the choppy market looks, it does not have a particular direction. So the market just going like this, no particular direction, just up, down, just no particular direction. So this market is best to avoid a choppy market. These are the 4 kinds of markets we have. Then, well, let's look at it on real charts. Let's look at it on real charts. I want to know these things on the real charts. Let's look at it on real charts so we can understand and identify these kinds of markets. So whenever you come to your chart, the first thing you want to know, what kind of market is this? Is this a bullish? Is it a bearish? Is it a range or this? Now, looking at these assets, we can all agree that this market has been bearish. Why? Because price has been making what we call series of lower highs and lower lows. This market is bearish because based on what I thought earlier, the market is making lower highs and lower lows. So let us identify it. This is what it's a lower high. And this point here is a lower low. Okay. So that is it. You see the market doing this. See this. So the market make another lower low. So the market make another lower low. So that is it. That is basically the idea of market structure. Markets making lower highs, lower lows. So in this kind of market, you want to take your entries at the new low and take it to the new lower low. Note, for a bearish market to hold, the recent lower high must not cross, like this lower high must not cross here. It means it crosses here, the market has broken. So this market has been a bearish market. As you can see, has been doing the same thing, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So that is it for a bearish market. Now let's look at a bullish market. Let's look for example of when the market was bullish. This market has been bearish for a really long time. Really, okay, this is it. So this is a bullish market. You see the market doing this. Market forming a higher low. And then the market forming a higher high. So market forming a higher high. So that is it. So this is a bullish market. Higher lows, higher highs, higher low, higher high, and that is it. So you want to identify what the market is doing, and you want to make your buy entries when the market has come low. So this point here should be your entry. This point should be your entry in a buying market. You should enter at a higher low to take it to the new higher high. And this is where you should take your profit at the new higher high. So that is it. The next video I'll be teaching you on break of structure. As in our next video. Our next video. I'll be teaching you how to be market structure 102. I'll be teaching you break, how to know the market is no longer a bullish or it's no longer a bearish market. Teaching you break of structure. I'll be teaching you how to make entries. So these are the basic things I'll be teaching you in the next video. The break of structure and how to make entries using market structure. So remember what I taught today, that we have 4 kinds of markets: the uptrend or bullish markets, markets making higher highs and higher lows. We have the bearish market, where the market is making lower highs and lower lows. It's doing something like this. Then we have the ranging market doing this. We have the choppy market having no clear direction. So let us check if we can see a ranging market. Okay, let's look for a range. Okay, this was a range right here. Remember what I taught you. This is the upper point. So this was like a range, and this was the lower point. This was the lower point. This is a range. You see the market doing this. You see the market bouncing up, down, up, down, up, down. So this was a kind of range. So you can easily take your buys here and take your profits here. So this is it for a ranging market. This was a range. This was a range. That was a range. Okay. So this is a range. See the market doing something like this. Okay. It's called a range. The market's bouncing between support and resistance. So that is basically the 3 kinds of basic markets. So we don't always have choppy markets, but they appear once in a while. When the market does something like, look at this, it's just, look at, no clear direction, just going up, going down, going down, going up. This was some kind of choppy market. So that is it, and that is it. Okay.